What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast episode. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to hear next. If you have an opinion about something, please let me know and I will discuss it on here next time. Okay? Sounds good? Okay, so Auburn football has a new head coach. They just hired Boise State's Brian Harsin. So I'm going to tell you what I think about this move. So in this CBS Sports post, in this article, it says, by hiring Boise State's Brian Harsin, Auburn proves it's finally ready to go into a new direction. Harsin doesn't have any Auburn ties, but that's why he might be a great choice to replace Gus Malzahn. I'm not for sure if he's going to be great. I don't think we ever really know if a coach is going to be great in another conference or whatever until they actually get the job, until they actually, get on the field and kind of, start coaching or whatever. Hopefully you guys know what I mean by that. So in this article, it says that for 9 days, Auburn was a joke. For 9 days, Auburn was disorganized. Well, yeah. For 9 days, Auburn was a mess. For 9 days, Auburn searched to replace coach Gus Malzahn looked comparable to Tennessee's week-long whirlwind of dysfunction after fans revolted against the potential hire of Greg Schiano, I can't remember what his name is, in late November 2017. That was a fiasco right there. It's insane. The dust settled Tuesday when Auburn hired Boise State's Brian Harsin to replace Malzahn as a Tigers coach. Now, I do like Harsin as a Boise State coach. I felt like he did have some success there. The school itself didn't settle at it all, and it won. Auburn won by hiring a solid coach who has known nothing but success in his professional coaching career. Harsin was 69-19 in 7 seasons at Boise State and won 3 conference championships. And granted, he had ties with Boise State. So it was a shocker that he even left there. He has never finished worse than second in his division in 8 years as a college head coach. I don't care what level you coach on. If you have that kind of success, and more importantly, sustain that success, you're qualified to coach with the best of the best. Now, he's going to a tough conference, I feel like. SEC itself is not tough like it used to be, I feel like. But it's still tough because you got to compete against Alabama. That's going to be his top priority right there. You have to beat Alabama if you're Auburn. That's just basically a gimmick. You got to beat your rival. He's got a lot of tough teams. I think Arkansas is going to be doing pretty good in the next couple of seasons with Sam Pittman at the head coach position. I feel like Pittman is the best that Arkansas has had in some time. So you never do know. I don't think Tennessee is going to be in the running to be a competitive. I don't think. You have Florida, you have Georgia. So those are kind of LSU. You just have a few teams that you need to be concerned with and that he's going to have to beat continuously, I feel like, to keep his position there. If he's planning on staying at Auburn, we'll see what's going to happen. It's totally different from going to Boise State to Auburn. He's going from one conference to another. He's already done it before, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. So everybody keeps clowning that Auburn had a 9-day search, but wouldn't you rather be more than anything sure that you're hiring the right person? You want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. You want to make sure that you have everything in line to hire the right coach for your team or for your athletics program, whatever. You want to make sure that, yes, this is the right person. We're not hiring a mistake. We're doing this. We feel like we have confidence in this coach that we're going to hire. And I think that's why they took 9 days. I know it's kind of a mess, but you do want to make sure that you are going to hire somebody. Now, I don't know really what all happened because I've not kept up with Auburn, to be honest. I don't have a reason to. Now, Arkansas, I always kept up with it because I am a fan of Arkansas, because I am from Arkansas and I live in Arkansas. So there's all sorts of different, I think, ways that you can look at that. If you're really an Auburn fan or whatever. So yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that, but I will post it down below if you guys are interested in reading it. So Brian Harsin, this is from Wikipedia. You can always look it up. Let's see. He was at Boise State from 2014 to 2020. He was at Arkansas State for 1 year at 2013, which I thought he was going to be a good coach for Arkansas State, and he probably would have stayed a little bit longer. But when that Boise State opportunity came open, he left, and I could not blame him for doing that, just because he has ties with Boise State, right? So he's at Boise State 2006, 2010 as OC and Q-backs coach, and then he was at Boise State from 2002 to 2005 as a tight ends coach. Then Boise State in 2001 as a graduate assistant. So that was actually huge. So he had all these ties. He was there for so long. And so he spent the majority of his career technically at Boise State. So for him to actually branch off somewhere else that he has no ties to, where he has so many ties to Boise State, is a huge deal in my opinion. Now, how is he going to coach in an SEC? So, in an SEC program. How is he going to coach in that conference? How is he going to build this Auburn team up again to where they were? Can he beat Nick Saban? How long is Nick Saban actually going to be at Alabama? Who knows? So those are little things too. So, because as long as Nick Saban's at Alabama, I don't see Alabama losing to Auburn anytime soon, or to really anybody else, to be honest. That's my opinion. I'm a huge Nick Saban fan, if you know. I think he's excellent. Even going back to LSU days, because, I've been watching Nick Saban for years as a coach. He just, even when his short time in the NFL, he just could not be an NFL coach, but I was still rooting for him. It's just one of those things. He was meant to be a college coach. So how will Harsin actually fare as Auburn's head coach? And I cannot wait to find out. Comment down below if this is the right pick or not, because I'm curious what you guys think. I'm always curious what somebody else thinks, just because, it is what it is, and I'm curious. I love being curious like that. So, yeah, I don't know what else to really say on that. Auburn's got their new head coach. Can't wait for the college season to come back around again, just to see how well he's going to. Now, Auburn is in a bowl game, so will we get to see him coach this bowl game? I just thought about that. So if we get to see him coach, let me see. If we get to see him coach this year for that one game, that's going to be incredible. So Northwestern is supposed to face Auburn in the Citrus Bowl on New Year's Day. So could we possibly see him coach that game, that first game, or him being on that sideline to kind of get a feel of it? Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but could it happen? Yeah, it could happen. Anything can happen, to be honest. Well, now, I don't know. It depends contract-wise. With it being 2021, I don't know when his contract actually, because I don't know how their contracts actually work for college football. So, I know for high school here, you sign a year, and usually it's June, end of June, or maybe July, something like that. So, you always have a year contract. You may have a little bit longer, but I think you have to sign every year, because I know teachers do. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way as coaches and athletic directors. So, I don't know what about them. I don't know about a college level. So, we probably won't get to see, now that I'm thinking more about it, we probably won't get to see him coach this game, but he'll probably be there. He'll be in attendance, and he'll be able to kind of see, he's probably already talked to the players. Zoom call or whatever, So, yeah, it should be very interesting to see him. I'm really excited to see what he can do as an SEC coach. Is he the right fit? I don't think we will know until he actually can prove himself. Let him prove himself before you knock him. I think this is a pretty interesting choice, and I think it's a good choice by Auburn. We'll see how he's going to do. When you think a coach is going to do well, they don't succeed. So we'll see what's going to happen. Certain programs fit certain coaches only. We've seen that thousands of times over, right? But anyhow, on that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas. This is the last episode until probably Saturday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. See ya.